we basically make the lives of small business owners much better. We have to focus on positive impact. The need for it was very in high demand. Over the years, we have expanded and we have invested from our call centers to our systems. Persons needed a solution.
Today, we have a very, very special guest who has been in the global space for such a very, very long time. His name is Sebastian Curry. He is out of the Bahamas. He is the owner, as a proud owner of SAG Alliances, and he's been doing some remarkable businesses globally. One of the very few individuals I can call my friend in this space, but technically speaking, we know a lot of other individuals in this space, but not doing quite what he's doing. And we wanted to bring him onto the show so that we can actually get a good idea of how he's doing what he's doing and what he's doing what he's doing. I'm going to let Sebastian Curry introduce himself, but I want you to know that within the space that he's in, which is fintech banking, we're in for a treat. Not many people in the world are aware of, number one, what is fintech banking and how is it applicable to each and every one of us that we can leverage a fintech bank on our own. So without further ado, Sebastian Curry, welcome to MD Wealth Fortress, the classroom.
Hi, Devon. Thank you for acknowledging me. I really appreciate the introduction. Like Devon indicated, I'm in the fintech space. I've been doing it for 1997, for quite some time. We've obtained a global partnership with Visa as a global partner that allows us to operate in 200 countries, therefore allowing us to allow small businesses to empower themselves to accept payments within those countries. So not only that we also partner with Visa, but we also partner with Scotiabank. That Scotiabank has approximately over 2 million customers globally. Been doing this for quite some time, and what we're trying to do is try to not just empower, but to educate small to mid-sized businesses to be able to empower themselves and to be able to uplift themselves. And what we try to do is we recently did a partnership with `Omni that allows us to basically be on par with Stripe. What that means is it allows us to give you a payment processor that works in 200 countries, that allows you the ability to obtain a loan up to $100,000. So based on your transaction volume, the system will instantly grant you a loan once you accept the loan approval. The loan request. So that is instant. That's something that is new for Sebastian Alliance Group, and that's something you could actually take a look at. We have a few digital products called under the Caribbean Payments Alliance. Then we have it for Bahamas Pay, and then we also have it for APC Estate Flow. So we're not just in the fintech space, because fintech is integrated and interconnected with all industries, such as real estate, such as in corporations, all of that. So we pretty much cover it all from a business perspective.
Man, thank you so much for that introduction. Now, you covered so much in that introduction. That's a lot to unpack. Let's go back and let's define what is a fintech banking facility, the one that you have. What is fintech banking in the first place?
Okay, well, fintech is simply where finances and technology meet. That allows the process of movement of payments. So I've also been a Swift developer for the past 10 to 12 years. So for persons who wants to open up a family office or a small bank or offshore bank, you come to a person like myself or the firm like myself to be able to set up a SWIFT network structure that allows you to send $200 to $400 million within 24 hours. So not because everyone heard of the SWIFT bit code, everyone understand NACHA. That's what we also a part of in terms of ACH. So NACHA is now enrolling an IAT, which is the international transactions. So you can conduct cross-border payments. So normally you'll have a Wells Fargo to Bank of America, but eventually you'll have Wells Fargo going directly to CIBC in the Bahamas and other banks throughout the world. So the fintech is the bloodline where money seamlessly moves in a secure space.
Now, that's a good definition of fintech. And I heard you mention family offices.
Yes.
So a family office would come to you, and then you would put the technology together in order for them to move money around the globe at a touch of a button.
Absolutely. We recently partnered with another company in Dubai that allows persons to obtain a SWIFT or IBAN instantly. For example, if you happen to have a family office and you just getting started, you don't have the infrastructure already, but you need to receive funds, we can provide you an escrow service that allows you to be able to transfer up to $200 million instantly in a secure space until you get your infrastructure sorted out. So those are different levels of fintech. So you have the low level where you have like e-commerce, where you have B2B or B2C type of communication. And then you have the business level where you have financial institutions, family offices looking for IBANs, looking for SWIFT to be able to conduct transactions or real estate transactions. If you're looking for escrow services and you want to have your investor transfer it into escrow services for your real estate development, which would be probably in a remote country, so those type of things, those are where the demands is in terms of the fintech level.
Excellent. Now, that's at the family office level. How would an individual utilize this fintech technology for themselves, whether it be to transfer or even to partner up with a company like yours in order to generate a revenue for themselves?
Okay. Well, Devon, I'm glad you asked that question because we also partner with Ripple, which is everyone known as XRP, that allows cross-border payments. As you notice, it was a little tug of war between Ripple and SWIFT. So now that SWIFT has onboarded with the IS 222, which is Ripple infrastructure, it allows you to do the cross-border payment seamlessly. And because we already have that in our infrastructure rail, we allow businesses to quickly sign up. They could actually go to Caribbean Payments Alliance now. They could sign up and be able to accept payments. And we also offer a referral solution as well. So you can make a residual income. We have several layers of partnerships outside of the fintech level, but it's still integrated. Like one of the digital products that I mentioned, which is APC Estate Flow, is a property management system that is on the fintech underlying platform that allows you to manage your apartments or to manage your condo fees. So, for example, if you have real estate investments throughout the globe, you don't have to worry about looking at your tenants for payments, because everything is transparent and integrated with that fintech. And what we do is we offer a partnership on that same level through a referral instance. So for example, if you happen to refer at least 2 major clients that has like 20 units underneath their umbrella, and they're making their monthly subscription and plus their transaction fees, you get a piece of that pie for life of that client.
Say that again. I heard you. I heard something for life, but you got to repeat that again, because I think some people gonna miss that.
Oh, okay. No worries. The APC Estate Flow is a property management system that empowers landlords as well as the HOA board members. So you can actually partner up with us and be able to be a referral partner and receive a cut on the monthly subscriptions as well as the transaction fees for life, and it's free.
Okay, so hold on, let me stop you now. So without owning property whatsoever, I can actually just simply partner with a landlord who needs a processing solution to their problem, and I get a piece of the cut every month coming back to me?
Absolutely, for life.
Okay, all right. That's another revenue stream in our digital space.
Absolutely. It's all about empowering one another. So that's what we believe in.
How long does that process take? In order, we call you up, we said, I think as we go under SIG Alliances, hi, Mr. SIG Alliance, we would like to partner with you, and we have a friend that owns 50 units that's having payment processing. What does the process look like?
Well, the process is pretty straightforward and it's robust. So as you know, Devon, I'm pretty much of a digital person, right? So essentially the onboarding is seamless. So you can just go to apcestateflow.com and click on the button that says referral, and therefore you should be able to sign up, and instantly you get a referral link. You'll be able to have a live dashboard showing who all signed up underneath your link that you put out there in your social network. Whoever signs up, you instantly receive the rewards, and it's very transparent. And we have a tie in with Visa, so meaning that we can actually do 2 things. We can have the payment revenues sent directly to your bank account, or we can have it sent directly to your Visa card.
Yeah, I need to tell him his computer will be there today.
All right. So that's excellent, man, Sebas. Wow. I can't wait to see how that works out for us as well, too, because I'm certain that there are team members on my team that are going to check that out. Now, that's fintech in general in terms of the technology component. And that's also us partnering with fintech. As a side note, how did you know about this area, and how did you get into this area?
Well, being traveling back and forth between the US and the Bahamas, and also work as a trader for a central bank. That was many years ago for Central Bank of the Bahamas. I helped set up the BGRS, which stands for the Bahamas Registered Stock, when they first did the bridge bond. I think it was under Ian Thompson and Barry Turnquest at the time. You find that the manual process was so rigid. And then the difficulty in the Caribbean space was so difficult in obtaining merchant accounts or being able to have an e-commerce. Only person or only business that could afford it back then was the enterprise. But now it has shifted. So it's open to a lot of persons. You have PayPal, you have Stripe, you have Square. However, for the Caribbean, it's still in the development stages. So what we've done is we decide, okay, let's look at the challenges, look at the pain points of these niche markets, and provide a solution for that niche market. And ever since then, I've been plugging away with my team to be able to address these concerns, whether it was with the Sun Cash, whether it was with the first setting up of the CDBC for the central bank signed dollar, whether it's being able to set up the things for Intellisys to operate in the Bahamas, Bermuda, and Caymans, to accept their payments for delinquent account. We basically make the lives of small business owners much better, and I think that's where we have to really focus on, because we have to focus on positive impact for businesses, and I see that the need for it was very in high demand. So over the years we have expanded, and we have invested from our call centers to our systems over the years, and it basically stands from that pain point where persons needed a solution, and that's where we've been doing it so far, and it's been like almost 20 years into that space, and we have been constantly improving, constantly investing, reinvesting, and moving, pushing the envelope some, if you may speak, because technology is disruptive. Because if you look at it, you have to be able to pivot in the technology space, because you remember those days when you had the big brick in your car, which was like $4,000. So now you have a small mobile phone, so you have to be able to adapt with the technology changes, and to be able to incorporate those changes. And I find that a lot of the times people and businesses get frustrated because certain countries are not on par, or they do not meet innovation and regulation, because sometimes they over-regulate, so there's no innovation, so everything remains stagnant. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to pretty much make a plain rollout for everyone involved to be able to quickly onboard themselves. We have the lowest price tag for persons who wants to get into the fintech space. Is only like $79. There's no monthly fee. There's only a 2% transaction fee. Then we have a turnkey solution where it's integrated with 123 banks. You pay a startup fee, a setup fee, and a monthly subscription, which includes the transaction fee. But we didn't really stop there, because at the end of the day, I understand, coming from a humble beginning, that you need to be able to pay it forward and to be able to help one another. So we also incorporated the in-house financing. So if you can't afford the turnkey solution, we have a built-in financing where everything is instant. There's no having to call, there's no application. You just go online, and within that same minute, you approve, and you're ready to rock and roll. You tie into your bank, whether it's Scotia, Bank of Bahamas, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, you name it, because we're here to stay, and we're here to empower everyone.
Love it. I love it. You just put the power of fintech in the hands of an ordinary individual. That means I can actually copy all of your services and offer it as a part of our business solution, or even offer it as a part of an individual solution.
Absolutely.
Wow. 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 All right. Well, you know what? We got a classroom, and this classroom full of innovative individuals. I'm going to open it up for them to ask you some questions, Sebastian.
Oh, okay.
So, guys, okay, I see Maurice raised his hand. Maurice,
All right,
go ahead.
Maurice.
And say your name, say where you're from, say what company you represent, and then ask your question, my brother.
You know I was going to ask a question.
I know you was going to ask a question. Now, Sebastian, just to give you some background, Maurice is from Top Notch Wealth. He was one of these guys that was very instrumental in finding me $108,000 in over a 4-day process.
Wow, that's awesome.
And it happened very quickly. So you're kind of sort of in his space. And what I'm thinking he's going to ask you, I can let him ask you. Maurice, go ahead.
Well, first of all, again, thank you. My name is Maurice Coleman. I live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I am the owner of Top Notch Wealth Enterprises, where I help entrepreneurs, essentially small business owners, leverage their credit in order to gain access to $50 to $150, maybe $250,000 of capital, so that they can either start, grow, or scale their business. Now, and I kept hearing you, and I heard him say he's been in the fintech business since 1997. If my math serves me, that's almost 30 years, and he looks like he's 25. But anyway,
thank you so much.
So I'm like, how he even in 30 years? I don't think he was alive in 97. But anyway, with that being said, I saw a lot of similarities in what I do and how what you do could actually add to the resources and for me to be able to help business owners get that capital. Because my main focus is, like, there are a lot of us who are solo entrepreneurs, meaning we're the CEO, we're the CFO, we're the COO, we're the sales manager, we're the janitor in a lot of cases, right? But we need those access to those funds that usually are not available to us without such more predatory lending and high interest and all the things that come along with it, so that we can scale and be able to hire and train, and so we can start working on our business instead of working in our business, if that makes sense. And so that what you're saying to me really resonates. But my question to you is, how can I help you bring this to the States, over here, in the States, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So we're ready in the US. We have an office in Fort Lauderdale. So, like, if you're looking for a fintech solution, and you want to be able to tie in what you're offering, like how we have a partnership with Omni that essentially gives up to $100,000, similar to a Strike Moment, because we could actually sit down and collaborate together and put something together in that same environment for the US, for the US demographic, right? So for you offering the credit facility, we could actually tap into that US market and say, okay, well, we'll have a tie into top-notch system, create an algorithm to say, okay, well, based on your level of transactions so far in your merchant, whether it be 5,000, 10,000, you'll qualify for $100,000 or $90,000. So that's something we could actually discuss and try to incorporate.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. I appreciate that. Thank you. I guess Devon can make that transition there.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, we could make the offline meetings for you with their Fort Lauderdale office. Yep.
Yeah, I got real excited when I was listening. I was listening in the car on my way from the gym, and I'm breaking laws trying to get to my computer so I could get out the phone.
Oh wow!
So,
Yeah,
man, I
that's
appreciate
good.
what you do, man. I appreciate what you do. It's definitely needed, and yeah, thank you for taking your time to come on today.
Yeah, I appreciate you. You know, I see some synergistic relationships that we could talk, like the one indicated offline, and we could actually make something happen in that instance.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
And for everyone else who listening, that ain't only for Maurice. Hello, knock, 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 knock.
Right.
Well, Sebas, I know your time is fleeing. Are there any additional questions? Because I could talk to Sebas all day, but I want to give everyone else an opportunity to at least ask their questions and get it out of their system so that you don't have to come to me privately and say, Devon, how do I get a hold of Sebas? How do I? He's right here. So if there are no further questions, what I'll do, I'll ask him one or two last questions to wrap it up, and then we'll collaborate.
All right, Pastor Stuart.
Good morning. So you say I can open up an account with your with $79?
Yeah, you can open up an account and you could get instant. You'll be able to tie into 123 banks and accept payments instantly globally. You know, we have a system designed called Caribbean Payments Alliance, or to empower Caribbean folks, but we could also empower any folks that wants to come on board. And think of it as a PayPal, but PayPal on steroids. Essentially for Caribbean and for the Caribbean people, and to be able to empower themselves in the fintech space, not only just having it integrated into the US banks, but also the Caribbean banks.
So I can open up an account in your, you say you have one in the US?
Yes, we have our office space in the headquarters is in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, so we also next week we'll be also opening up bank accounts. We have if you've heard of LegalZoom and mycorporation.com, we have a site called Bahamas-based that allows you to incorporate in the Bahamas to open up bank accounts or offshore bank accounts. And then also we will be allowing persons to open up high net worth individuals to open up bank accounts as well as of next week. So yeah, so stay tuned. There's a lot happening in the Sebastian Alliance group.
Okay, great.
Oh, go ahead, Pastor Stuart.
I'll be
Go
looking
ahead.
forward to opening an account then. Great.
Yeah, absolutely. You can make money while you sleep. You can have a subscription base. You'll be able to have a booking base. You'll be able to have a donation base. All of that is built into one platform.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Right. So it sounds like charity could be collected. I like the operational side, especially from a global partnership. And I like it for more than just one reason. I like it as a US citizen with ties to individuals who like to play in the space of owning multiple passports in different countries. This gives us the opportunity now to actually leverage all of those relationships in that space to now have a business in different countries. So now, even if I wanted to invest in Turkey or Europe, or I now have a payment and a gateway processor to my product globally. All right, that makes plenty sense to me. Dr. Gloria Ramanan.
Hi.
Yes, good morning. There I am. Okay, question to you is, you mentioned a website, ABC. Could you repeat that, please?
Oh, for the real estate division is APC. APC Estate Flow. So 𝐼𝐴PLE estateflow.com.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Dr. Gloria
That
Ramanan
was it.
also, she's a very good author. She just finished her book called Introduce Yourself, Dr. Ramanan.
When the storm comes, which is my life story, sort of, but my life continues on. And so I'm looking for a next number 2. Not only that, there's a children's, where mainly I think the classroom on leadership, and it's called The President-Elect and the Great Dance-Off.
And what's your website?
It's a leadership author, patcampbell.com.
Excellent. I think this would tie into your business very well also. So if you can track and follow based on the connectivity, because you used to be a realtor as well. So now grab those phones,
Exactly.
call those other past clients, say, look, I got a payment processor for you. And that gets you an additional salary.
Yep. The residual. Make money while you sleep.
Exactly. For life.
For life.
Yes. Yeah.
For life,
Yeah.
literally. So we also have
And Yvonne,
Go ahead.
you said that was a realtor. I am a broker, still continuing.
okay.
This
Excellent.
ties into all of that.
Excellent, because we also offer
Exactly.
a property management white labeling on the actual site. So if you're looking to have a white label solution to really showcase to sell to your customers, so you could actually process on behalf of the customers and make a percentage on top of that, you have extra income rather than referral. So yeah, so you could take a look at it, digest it. It's pretty relatively low in terms of investment. It's under $3,000 for the white label, and therefore you have everything ties in with Visa, integrated with 123 banks, and it will be under your brand. So that we have a solution for real estate firms as well.
Excellent. Well, Sebastian Curry, thank you for spending the time with us today. We won't hold you hostage any more time than we have to. I know you're running a busy schedule, processing well over 200 banks globally. And I just want to say thank you for coming on. Thank you for blessing us with the information. And before you go, is there anything that we didn't ask you that you would like to cover?
Oh boy, I know Devon always say I'm all over the place, right? But there's a lot of things that we have invested in terms of resources. We also invested recently into the hospitality industry for not just the Caribbean but for global. That has the underlying fintech space with that pretty much supports 200 countries, that allows you to really empower, whether you have an Airbnb or if you happen to have a small hotel, whether it's in the US, whether it's in Dubai, whether it's somewhere in the Caribbean. It allows you to do just that, have your own booking engine. It cuts the cost from the regular Expedia that takes about almost 16 to 18% of your commission. So therefore, that platform is totally different because it only takes or deducts 2%. So I saw Tori indicated in the chat that what's the realistic timeline for incorporating XRP to replace the SWIFT in your company. And right now we already have that incorporated into the SWIFT structure. It's only a few persons utilizing it under the beta regime setup that they have, but yeah, it's already incorporated in that space. To answer Tori question in the chat.
Good. I'm glad you saw it. I didn't see it.
No worries. Yeah, so that's something we've been working on, and yeah, in terms of the hotel industry, you know, I feel that a lot of times a lot of small businesses have to incorporate into the US, which is more additional cost factor. And then you also have a lot of small hotels like Airbnb or bed and breakfast who do not have the technical know-how, but we have a built-in visit that allows you to get up and running in less than 5 minutes.
You know, there's a blockade on individuals getting access to merchant accounts here in the US. Specifically, if you don't have a social security number that these merchant accounts can hold hostage, so to speak. So your system goes around that system, and you can actually purchase products right here in the US underneath your system without a social security number.
Absolutely.
Hallelujah moment. Hallelujah moment.
Absolutely.
I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt, individuals who are overseas, they knock on our door to create that merchant account. And in order to create that merchant account, the minimum fee in that process in order to take partnership is $30,000 off the top.
Oh, wow.
Right? That's before they even come to the door. And that's only because they got to get incorporated. And then that incorporation got to include a US partnership plus directors and the whole 9 yards. And then they get access to the merchant's accounts in the US that way. Not too many people are aware globally of your solution. I can tell you that for a fact, because the law offices are knocking on our doors for that very same solution.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah,
that now brings the cost way down, because now we can offer that as a global solution. And what I'm saying to everybody here is that once you see how it works and everything else like that, if it's working for you in your business, then incorporate some of these things that you can actually sell when you are advertising your global business. Man, Sebastian, you always provide value, even when I wasn't looking for it. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you again, man. And so this is the end of our show. Tune in to the next one, where we will have another awesome guest for you to listen to. There you go. And that's the end of the show. We'll put all your information also when they edit and do all that stuff. We'll have all of your links in the description below so individuals can find you.
Oh, okay. Great.
So,
awesome.
And as they say, if YouTube have this eternal thing whereby you should be making money for life, then you now on here for life.
Absolutely, man. You know, that's the mindset. You know, we have to change our mindset. You know, I think there's a lot of times we have to shift from that regular brick and mortar or the 9 to 5 mindset, because especially with AI incorporated in so many things, we have the ability now to take on these powerful tools and innovative fintech solutions to be able to spend time with our loved ones, our family, and make money regardless, whether we're working or whether we're sleeping or spending time with them. And I think that's what we as individuals, as humans, needs to really capture, like how Dr. Gloria has created her book. You know, that's from her purpose, her core. You know, so we have all these innovative tools that we can access to really bring our dreams into reality. So I think why not now is the time. We are living in the new era where dreams can come true instantly. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm so glad I still recording, because that actually becomes the lead to the YouTube show.
Yes.
Wow.
and who did I get that from? Michelle O'Neill said you have to sell from the heart. What you just said was all heart related.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all about heart. You know, I'm all about purpose. I'm purpose driven, and that's what it's about.
Clearly. All right, since we done off the air, anybody who want to come on and say something to Sebastian, now's your time. You didn't want to come on during the live show. You was nervous. Story where you at. You don't want to show yourself on camera.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
You said to join fintech. To join fintech is $79. Where would you go online to do so?
Oh, okay. You could check Caribbean Payments Alliance. I'll plug it into the chat. Payments Alliance.
Great.
Hey, Sebastian.
Oh,
this here is Dale.
How you doing? Oh, Dale.
Yeah.
Oh, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
And
Great, thanks.
this is the VP of the banks who gets you bonds up to 6, 7, 8 figures. This is the guy who takes you to the IPO level. This is the guy who you will probably consolidate and collaborate with as you move up the ladder.
Awesome.
Best way to think about it is I'm the architect, not necessarily the engineer.
Okay.
So all of those experts are really important. We actually define the framework in which everybody works cooperatively, synergistically to get the job done, as it were.
He forgot to mention legally.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. I mean, you have everything underneath one roof.
Synergy is great, but staying out of jail is so much better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. I love my freedom.
That's what I'm talking about.
I love my freedom.
So Dale is instrumental in that space. So Sebastian Curry runs a fintech business out of the Bahamas, but he runs it globally.
Cool.
Processing 200 to 300 banks. That's your guy.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be opening up bank accounts next week. We'll be able to offer IBAN, SWIFT, to be able to transfer up to 200 million as of next week. Through our partners in Dubai, in Canada, and New York. So persons who can't really don't want to go through the traditional means of opening up bank accounts in various countries, they can actually do so with us within 72 hours.
Hey, tell me something. How individuals bypassing and go into the crypto in order to move their money globally and bypassing the SWIFT and the IBAN communities?
Well,
is that affecting you?
Not really, because I mean, some people still rather that traditional fiat rather than crypto. Even though crypto is high in demand, people still want to have that touchy-feely type of fiat type of thing, because especially persons who do not know what crypto is. I have a lot of clients in Key West who have been successful in their business. They're actually billionaires, but they don't know anything but USDT, and they don't want to learn about it, so they don't want to really venture with it. They understand SWIFT, they understand the brick and mortar concept, but they want to make sure that it's secure. They don't want to learn about these algorithm key strings and making sure that they have their cold wallet and their hot wallet. They don't want to learn all these things. So they want to be able to see. They want to see that money. They want to be able to see that money. And so you have that demographic, that niche demographic still out there for those type of people. So like persons who want IBAN, people who want to do a real estate development in Panama or Bermuda or somewhere, they can actually do it. We actually will offer escrow services that could actually facilitate that type of transaction.
We can white label your escrow services too?
Well, we're working on that because that part is relatively new because we're still working on the API on the white labeling. But yeah, we just want to launch next week Monday, that is, to be able to push that globally. You know, because you have a lot of clients who wants to open up bank accounts in restrictive countries
without having social security right here in the US.
We basically pair it up with multiple currencies. It doesn't have to be USD. It could be BSD. It could be Japanese currency. In any currency, we have multiple currency that you can actually open up a bank account with. It's a virtual bank account and it allows you to operate within 72 hours.
We love everything you selling, Sebastian.
I like the sound of that.
You know, we loving every minute of it because at the end of the day, for us to be global operators, these are the tools that we actually need.
Yeah.
Tools.
Well, that's good. I love the synergistic energy so far. You know, so
you just like seeing all these new faces. That's what it is.
You know, it brings me energy. You know, great energy. I love it. I love it.
All right. Well, anyhow, we're gonna end it right there. Thanks everybody for showing up, and we will see you at our next episode. This is the first episode, and we're glad to have it, and we can't wait to have episode number 2. Who's going to be on? Well, that's going to be up to you to follow. Thank you.